Okay, so I just wanted to get this up as a video on the channel, but I did move forward to do a no item run for the Metal Cooler Core stage with the LR Vegeta and Trunks team. Now, I did do an actual showcase of them against LR, with LR Vegeta and Trunks, against the Metal Cooler Core stage specifically. If you haven't seen that, feel free to check it out, but this is also kind of like, I guess, a showcase of them. They are still very recent to global. You guys actually just got that Christmas banner recently with the 7th year anniversary units. Very, very cool, right? But this actually is not too bad once you sit down and actually do it very seriously. The only unit that Global doesn't have right now is, of course, this physical kid Goku. I'll just talk about him real quick. He's a extremely important unit to this run because the fact that he gives that damage reduction to the enemy, or imagine if he gave damage reduction to the enemy, it would suck. The fact that he gives damage reduction to all your allies is such a huge thing. And, even though he doesn't actually give the pure support and stats, that damage reduction I just find to be so impactful, especially for units that, let's say Vegeta and Trunks, Carnival Goku, they have built-in guard. God Goku gets, 77% reduction. So he goes all the way up to, 84%? That's a pretty significant jump, I feel, for the God Goku, right? And even the LR gods, right? Having, just in case they need to take some of those normal attacks, having that extra small amount of reduction could be somewhat helpful for them if they're like barely on the edge of taking these normals. So I think we got a little unlucky with how our rotations panned out, unfortunately. We ended up getting both Vegeta and Trunks in the second rotation. So obviously you would definitely prefer to have one Vegeta and Trunks on each rotation in slot 1. They're the strongest slot 1 unit here on this team. People may argue for Carnival Goku to be the stronger slot 1 unit, but I would say probably not, because the thing with Carnival Goku is that there's always that one hit he has to take in order for him to get his full defense buff, and that's a pretty significant buff that he gets, the 59% extra defense. So after that first hit, since it's multiplicative especially, maybe. But Vegeta and Trunks themselves, they have a 70% attack and defense boost. While not multiplicative, it is activate only when the turn starts. But they don't have to get hit for that. It's just when the turn actually starts, when the game recognizes them in slot 1. So even before they get attacked, and that's really, really good there. Along with that, I feel them having the stacks as well on their 12, well, not stacks, but the defense raise on the 12 key is also very important, considering they have built-in additionals, right? This unit's crazy. They have crits built in, additionals built in, they have the guard ability, they get so much key, right? They get 2 key from their intro animation, they get 5 key in their passive, and then I believe they get 2 key as well from being in the first slot. So there's just a lot of key going on with that character, which is very cool, I feel. We have the LR Gods here. I think they're probably, I would say probably the third most important unit for this one, maybe. I don't know. Every single unit does contribute, but a lot of these units are very tanky, right? They're all just like, defense-oriented units for the most part. While the LR Gods right here are the ones that are bringing forth a lot of the damage that will be dealt to the Metal Cooler Core. And obviously that's very important. You need your team to be really rounded out for this stage. You can't just really go through and tank it with the full defense build for most of the time, right? I mean, if you're running double Carnival Goku, maybe, but the issue is that obviously with double Carnival Goku, even though the team is set up to be extremely tanky, your issue obviously is the fact that you're going to revive with one of these Gokus, and then the other one will be stuck without guard. It's here they actually did revive. Unfortunately, I would have obviously preferred to save the revive skill for the actual final phase, but it is what it is. I can't really control that. So at the very least, we're at this nice 59% HP. I guess one good thing is that on that turn, obviously you saw we're at more or less lower HP. So being able to recover and just come to the final phase with more HP than we usually would have, I think is a good thing. I don't. Do we transform with S tier Namek Goku here? I forget. I forgot where he's at. Okay, yeah, we do transform with Namek Goku from what I'm remembering. This guy, obviously, I think he's actually one of the better units for the Metal Cooler Core stage because of how his guard ability works. He's stacking. He does do pretty good damage. So Right here, I think it's pretty obvious. I do keep Vegeta and Trunks in the middle. Now, especially comparing a 55% Vegeta and Trunks to God Goku like that, it's just very clear that you want to do that. It also allowed me to get a lot of healing with these same type orbs, which is important. But obviously, God Goku would tank this super attack better than the Vegeta and Trunks would actually, because the 77% damage reduction is too much, right? Even before he super attacks, and especially after he supers. Vegeta and Trunks probably would have still taken at least 300, 350k from that super attack right there in the middle. It's like sometimes you just have to like kind of play it smart. The only issue with that is obviously you see 55% 3.8, that's obviously not a good attack stat whatsoever. If they get the crit, maybe they'll be fine, but no. So they get a good amount of attack once they actually super, or in slot 1, right? Once they actually attack in slot 1, yeah. Carnival Goku here. Wow, okay, I just keep messing up everything, don't I? I'm thinking of Carnival Goku, but obviously this is Namek Goku. S-tier and Namek Goku here, getting the double super attack, is not only helpful for the stacks, but it allows us to do some nice damage, especially because his attack, part of his passive, wasn't up. We did get sealed here, but we're able to use all of the active skills, and I think this is a turn that really came in clutch here, being able to use every single one of these active skills here. The Vegeta and Trunks being able to give us the additional, defense boost right there is helpful. And even though we're not able to attack for them and make use of their critical hits, I feel like that was pretty important. Carnival Goku with the nullification. For all I know, I could have nullified the super there. And then this unit getting the actual active skill. I think they're the most damaging one here in terms of their active skill damage. Yeah, I feel like just a bit, right? Even though they didn't get really too many stacks there. So I was kind of thinking, okay, what should I do here? And I decided to actually... I was looking at it, I was like, okay, I want to get all these rainbow orbs. So I'll grab this with them, and then their defense is higher, so they would actually heal more from the tech orbs anyways. So I'll grab that with them. And from here, it's kind of a little bit smooth sailing, right? We're still around 50% HP, so the thing is we're able to get the active skill with the other Vegeta and Trunks next turn to additionally boost our defense. Along with that, having Kid Goku there on rotation with the reduction, I had like no worries about the following turn. My biggest worry is that we're gonna go ahead and not kill fast enough is really it. Not literally so tanking. This additional super attack from my Carnival Goku was helpful though for sure. It did some extra chip damage. And right here, if this was a super attack, we do nullify it with the gods, which is nice. They did fix that bug from a while ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but the bug, the nullification bug, where you nullify the attack, but then it ends up being like a hidden action because there could be, I think, Cooler core attacks like either 9 or 10 times or so. He does not attack as much as other bosses. I just forgot the exact number, but essentially one of those actions can be no action, right? But it still counts as an action, if that makes sense, right? It's just the action where he does nothing. So that's a thing right there. So again, here we are, we're healing with the tech orbs. I believe we do grab all these tech orbs, which is pretty cool. We get the actual damage though. Did I? Okay, oh yeah, this active skill, right? This can do crits. Unfortunately, we didn't get the crit there, but I was like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter that much. Just some extra chip damage. And besides, it does give him 59% crit for the rest of the turn, which is also helpful. Obviously, I want to aim to get the key spheres, the 7 key spheres with him. So that's why I grabbed only those 2. And then bam, not only do we get all these rainbow key spheres, all 7, but we get these physical key spheres, which healed us quite a nice amount of HP. We don't really have to be at low HP anymore, so because of that, we're able to do pretty well in terms of, healing back up to a full HP, because again, this team, since it's so defensive, like especially with like unit like Vegeta and Trunks maybe, if they're able to get a good amount of into key spheres, you'll be looking pretty good. Now, one run I did actually before this one, I did try out Int Majin Vegeta to see how he would do. I think he's okay here, and he could possibly even be a unit you run over Physical Kid Goku if you're on Global, where I'm sure there's like Physical Future Gohan, you could try him out as well, right? There's a lot of different options you can try for this team, because this team is so massive, right? You can even just run the LR Super Saiyan 4s right there instead of, Kid Goku. And in this specific instance on this turn, you would have been able to get the active skill and the nullification, right? So there's a lot of pros and cons for different characters. I think I decided to keep the Namek Goku here. Did I? No, okay, I put Vegeta and Trunks there. I guess, yeah, because their defense would have been higher, technically. And I think that would definitely work out over S tier and Namek Goku. But besides, it doesn't even matter here because we did get the 5 dodge. So, dodge supremacy, man. Putting them in the first slot means that we took no damage against that super attack compared to Namek Goku, who probably would have taken the damage. My Namek Goku has 3 dodge, but who knows? Maybe that 2% chance came in. We can't tell. No one would be able to know, right? But there it is. We do get the victory, I believe, from the S tier Namek Goku, and we're looking good here. So at the end, obviously, I do show my builds for all these characters. But just preface, my Vegeta is 55%. Well, Vegeta and Trunks 55%. Clone Goku free dupe, and everyone else, except for Kid Goku's Rainbow, and Kid Goku has 2 dupes. So that's it. You know, a little heavily duped out team, but there are some, I think, realistic options here with my own Vegeta and Trunks. And besides, you know, I think that Tech God Goku, Namek Goku, they're units that have been in the game for literal years, so probably not too much of an issue to imagine that you have a lot of dupes in them. And besides, again, Kid Goku, let's say you substitute LR Super Saiyan 4s, maybe yours has Rainbow, maybe yours has multiple dupes, and you summon along the anniversary for them. Who knows? But thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think, and of course, I will catch you in the next video. Again, I'll show my builds right away. Peace out.